hello, good evening. Sorry about the delay, I genuinely thought I was live a second ago, but I wasn't, so we'll start again. I was just saying the light might be awful tonight. I've not done one of these in the evening before, and these huge overhead lights are a little bit glary, so we'll see what it's like when I turn you around shortly. I've just been outside for Clap for Carers. Russ even joined me tonight. He was not on a computer game with his friends. So, evening, Jill. How are you? All right. I'm just going to see if I can grab us up in the... Hello. So it's working. You can hear me. You can see me. I'm just going to try and grab us up on the computer. Bear with me 2 seconds. I was late. I thought I was live, but I was not. So, hello, Claire. You found us. Hey, Lisa. How are you doing? All right. I'm just literally trying to find us. I can't do 3 things at once, sadly. I should be able to, I know. But not when it comes to technology. So let's see if I can find myself on here. Refresh. That's what we want. Hey, Heidi. How are you? Long time no see. How you doing? All right. Right. So, as is usual me style, I haven't actually planned anything for this evening until about 20 minutes ago. My hands are a little bit inky from doing my art journaling earlier today, and the craft room, if you saw the picture, was an absolute tip. So, yeah, I'm good, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I'm really good, thank you. I've got to get up early and go to work tomorrow. I normally get up at 5 and I'm out of the house not long before 6, so I won't be on too long, probably do an hour or so, but I thought I'd use a new stamp set that I got in my delivery this week. You can't wait to see what I'm creating, see my creativity. Well, neither can I, Claire, because I've got no idea what to expect. So we'll wait and see what emerges. But yeah, I'm going to be using the To A Wild Rose stamp set. So Stampin' Up are still delivering, so if you do want anything that I show you today, please do pop on over to my online store. We're going to be using this stamp set. The lighting is rubbish, I am sorry. But yeah, brand new to me. This is Emma Goddard's going to be doing an online class with this one, so it's perfect timing. Because this was just in my basket, I've just ordered it. And I got the dies free with Celebration. So we're going to be using the dies as well tonight. They were free with a £90 spend, which I thought was a fab deal. So I've had a bit of a play, just a quick test out. I was trying to decide on colours. So I'm not great at... hey Paula, how are you? Hello Emma. I'm just using this To A Wild Rose stamp set I was telling everybody. I'm not great with using anything other than my normal go-to colours. So some people out there, if you want to set me a challenge, I would love to have a challenge. But I did a little bit of testing, and I thought Blueberry Bushel, inspired by Emma's video the other day, and I thought no. And I thought rose, it's a rose, so shall I use Rococo Rose? And I tried it, I thought, oh, it's just not. And then I thought purple, it's got to be purple. So we're going with Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and my all-time favourite green, Granny Apple Green. So apologies for lighting, I'm going to spin you round and we'll get doing some stamping. I'm hoping to make 3 cards. I've just got a few bits cut, so I've done a little bit of die cutting, and we'll see what comes together. Right, let me spin you round. Purple, it's got to be purple, Jill, absolutely. Right, 2 seconds. Are you there? Right. It might be a bit shadowy, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what this is going to look like with these lights. So it's a bit of a trial and error. I might pop that round my neck and see if I can cope with it there. Right. Unfortunately, it's frozen on my computer, so I don't really know if you guys are going to be able to see. I'm hoping the video is going to keep working and it will catch up. So I've cut a few mats and layers. I'm working with the thick Whisper White card blanks. Let's pull it down a little bit. And I've cut my, these are 21 centimetres by 14.5 centimetres, scored in half at 10.5. Same as always, If you want the measurements, give me a shout. I'd love to give them to you. And then I've got my mats. Okay, I'm going for 3. I've got 3 the same, Highland Heather, and they're 14 centimetres by 10 centimetres. And then I've got my Whisper White layers here. and they are 9.5 by 13.5. Okay, I'm trying to get you so that you can see it properly. Hello, Anne-Marie. It's nice to have you joining us. It's I thought I'd do an evening one. It's not often I do evening things. It's normally Russ and my time together, but I think we've had enough of each other, so he's in there watching some TV, and I'm out here crafting. Right, so I'm going to start off simple. Okay, so how I get to a more complicated card sometimes is to start at the basics and then what they call step it up. Hey Kate, how are you? So stepping it up and kind of adding more detail and dimension as we go. So I'm going to start nice and basic with just a little bit of stamping, I think. And because these flowers are quite big and quite bold, I want to find the right sentiment, and I want to try and find my placement of my sentiment before I stamp the flowers, otherwise I might not have enough room for it, if that makes sense. Or I could go small and go hello. Just hello. Sometimes that's all you need, isn't it? True friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. Hey Jay, how you doing? So I'm just trying to decide on a sentiment, people. So we've got to be your friend, blessed to be your friend. I think I'm going to go for that. Blessed to be your friend. Beautiful, isn't it? I need to get sending out some more cards. This lighting is awful. I am sorry. Yeah, normally during the day it's absolutely fine. So I'll have to do a bit of investigation into how to make this better. It might be a bit better without that acetate in the way. So blessed. And then we can have a big flower at the bottom here, and then smaller flowers as we go up, I think. So I'm going to go for the Gorgeous Grape. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Oh, you're doing the washing. You're doing the washing up. Good for you. Oh, we did the dishwasher earlier and put that in there. Although our boiler's on the blink, it's just about keeping going at the moment. Russ, poor bless him, he's in there nearly every day trying to figure out what to do and how to fix it. But hopefully it'll hold out. Right, we've got blessed. You needing this at the moment, Anne-Marie? Have you had a bad day, my lovely? What's been going on? You got 4 days off now for the bank holiday? I lose track. I say I've got to work the bank holiday this year, so actually I don't mind. Normally my family get together at Easter, and it would have been very sad if we hadn't been able to get together. But as it is, I have to work, so it's not too much of a problem. So I don't normally do the sentiment first, but I am going to today. I'm just doing this one in Highland Heather underneath it. Blessed to be your friend. And then I'm going to do some stamping of, I might do a bit of masking as well actually. Okay, so this stamp set is a 2-step stamp set. Is that right? 2? No, 2. I'm so tired. I can't even think. A 2-step stamp set. Yeah, 2-step stamp set. So basically what you get is 3 stamps to make up 1 image. So you get an outline, and then you get a fill, and then you get a detailed. Oh no, you've got to take a pay cut. Oh, Anne-Marie, that is rubbish. Oh, that's rubbish. So they're not going to furlough you. Is that how you say it, furlough? You've just got to get a pay cut. Grr. I am lucky, I must admit. My job is going to continue, and it will continue until the end of the days, probably. But yeah, it's terrible, isn't it? There's so much going on. Bless you. Well, take a little bit of time to chill out. Hopefully we'll make you think about something else. So I'm going to use this flower, and this is the outline stamp set. Outline stamp. Hey Yvonne, I'm hoping Yvonne's on. She's just sent me a message, bless her. So we'll wait and see. So that's one, and I'm not going to bother cleaning them in between because I'm going to be using them again. For the same colour, I'm going to stick with the same colours. So yeah, please, if anyone wants to send me a colour challenge, I would love to try some new colours. I'm not particularly adventurous. I do try and I do use them, but I tend to stick with the same ones. So then we've got this one here. Can you see? You might be able to see now I've got some ink on it. It's completely covered in ink, but there's tiny little gradations and markings in here, which mean you get different levels of pickup of ink, which means that when you put it down, you get some shading. So it looks quite interesting. The most difficult thing I find when using these 2-step stamp sets is to line everything up. So there we go. So that's lined up on there. And so you can see a little bit of shading, a little bit of mottle, and that's absolutely how it's supposed to be. So if you do get these and you think, oh, it doesn't look like a perfect stamp, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to look a little bit yellow and blue. Right, I accept that, Heidi. Thank you very much. That will be for Tuesday. So if you want to see me make something in yellow and blue, I'll be on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Okay, so this one I've done in the darker colour. This is the detailed stamp set, detailed stamp. Okay, so it's just a little bit of highlights, if you like, or low lights, because it's darker. And I'm just going to stamp that off once. It's too dark for me, that. So I'm going to stamp that off once, and then this is the heartbeat. So I just keep spinning it around in circles. I might put a Sharpie. I might put a Sharpie marker on, which is the top. I don't even know if that's it. Is that it? Doesn't help that I can't see half the image because I've stamped it off the page. Right, I'm going there. We're going for it. Are they your favourite colours, Heidi? Yellow and blue? That's because you like beads, isn't it, with the yellow? I'll try and stay away from Coastal Cabana. That's more of a turquoisey. So there's one of our images, okay? So that's basically as simple as it is. And I am going to do a little bit of masking because I want these leaves outside of it. So I know I've covered masking in my classes, and I know I've covered it in my newsletter. If you'd like to sign up to my newsletter, please do. Just get in touch. I can add you to the mailing list, or you can go onto my website, the Songbird Stamper, and you can sign up for it there. It would be lovely to have you on the list, and I send out lots of tutorials, lots of offers and ideas and things like that. So I'm just going to grab a post-it note, and it's got a sticky bit on it, the post-it note, and I'm going to grab my stamp, and I'm going to stamp that. Make sure you get some on the sticky bit. Grab the stick. Hey Fiona, how are you? Yeah, put a dot with a marker to know which way up. I know I thought about it earlier, Jay, as I was prepping, but I didn't get around to it. As always, I was last minute prepping. I was enjoying doing my art journaling, so I've got a few new products for that today. My hands are filthy. I'm sorry. I watched something somewhere. Did I read about it? With somebody was commenting, if you do paper crafting demonstrations, you should make sure your hands are clean and tidy and manicured. Well, I'm really sorry, ladies, that's not me. I don't think I've been to have my nails done once at a nail bar or whatever you call it. Hey Leah, how you doing? I sometimes do them myself if we're going out somewhere nice. But normally I don't, and so when I'm crafting I get really inky, and that's just me. So apologies for the state of my hands. That lady probably won't want to watch me on video, but never mind. Each to their own. Plus the cat, oh bless her. We're thinking about getting a cat. Yeah, I mean maybe after the rabbits. But yeah, we quite like the idea of having a little cat. So what I'm going to do is just mask that there. I'm actually going to do more stamping first, I think, because I want the leaves kind of poking out from underneath it. So same again, gorgeous grape outline. I'm going to come further down and off the page there. Okay, and then change that up. I might have to cut a few masks. This is why we did masking in my class, so that my ladies could do all the cutting of my masks, put them back in the stamp set, and then they were all there ready for me. But this is a brand new stamp set. So that's the Highland Heather, just double checking, and then we're going to pop that on here. There we go. Yeah, I bet you're glad. You got month end done, didn't you, Fiona? I am imagining that that's a relief for you. Glad it's the Easter weekend, and a lovely one it is too. I'm hoping it's quiet and there's not many people going out this weekend. So a little bit of detail there on that one. And I'm going to cut one more mask and then we're going to put some leaves on here. This might take a while actually, so whether or not I'll get the 3 cards done, it remains to be seen. It might just be 2. So gorgeous grape again on another post-it note. Oh, hello Lana. How are you doing? You're having a nice Easter holiday? Is it the Easter holidays yet? I have been seeing on Facebook what you've been up to. It looks fab. You had a nice scavenger hunt the other day, I saw. I remember doing those when I was younger. I quite used to like those. And Easter egg hunts as well. You know, who's going to do an Easter egg hunt in the garden? You've got to be careful though, because it gets pretty hot. If you don't find the Easter eggs, they'll just melt. Personally, I'd probably rather eat them quickly. We had somebody on board the ship do one once. I was telling Kate yesterday or the other day, and he decided after a night out that he was going to do an Easter egg hunt and put Easter eggs all around the ship. The only problem was he forgot where he put them all, and they didn't all get found the next day. In fact, we were finding them for months, literally months after. I think we found some at Christmas, and because he'd hidden them in behind all the cupboards. And there's loads of hiding places on the ships, and you clean them regularly, but these were just really obscure. It was quite funny. You'd be doing cleaning up for rounds, and suddenly you've come across a chocolate bar. Quite a nice little surprise. Right, so I'm going to pop this on here. And then I'm going to grab the leaf. I'm working in Granny Apple Green. And the leaf is a 2-step as well. So 2-step, but there's 3 stamps, just to confuse you. So there's an outline. And with the masking, you see now, what I can do is stamp over the masking. Okay, so I'm going to put a leaf here. And you have to press down a little bit hard, okay, because you're going to try and go over the post-it note. And you want it to show. You want your stamping still to show. And I'm going to put one... where do I put it? Where should I put it? There. Okay, and then we'll pop one... No, we'll leave that. So I've got this one next. This is my infill stamp set, okay, and because I've only got one colour, what I'm going to do is stamp off. And that takes a load of the ink off. I hope you can see. I'm working a bit low down. So it takes a lot of the ink off. So I've got a lighter coverage now. And I'm going to stamp that on. And again, stamp it off. Stamp it on. And then go in with the detail. This one's got quite a lot of detail. Hey, you got it! Welcome, Yvonne. Glad to see you. Yeah, sorry, I couldn't divert and find you, sadly. Jess and Georgia, age 23 and 24, expecting when we all get together. I'm sure. My dad rang me today and said, what's your address? I need to send you a... He doesn't know where I live, bless him. I need to send you a card. I was like, okay. He says, it's not really an Easter card, but it's a card for Easter. And I was like, well, where's the chocolate? The card will be lovely. But, yeah, we normally get together at Easter, and I still do expect... I'm 36. And I expect an Easter egg. So when we pull those away, because we've masked it, you can see behind. So that Granny Apple Green is actually a little bit dark for me. I probably could have left it as it was, but never mind. Quite like that. So I'm going to go up the page, and we're just going to continue going like that. No, you don't have a garden. Oh, Lana, you don't have a garden. Well, you've got the beach at the end of the road, haven't you? That would be some way to making up for it, I suppose. Hopefully we won't get properly locked down so that you can still go to the beach. But yeah, doing Easter egg hunt on the beach might be a little bit difficult. Bless you. So this is going back in with the next flower up the top. And the infill one in Highland Heather. I must admit, I am lucky. I keep calling it a garden in inverted commas. I am absolutely grateful for the outside space that we do have. Hello, Sandy. How you doing? Yeah, I do miss my old garden. But yeah, I'm grateful for what we do have. So this is Gorgeous Grape. Again, I'm just going to stamp that off, and then I lined it up perfectly first time. Look. I'm just going to stamp that on. And then we'll go back in, we'll put our masks over the top. Generally don't need more than 2 masks. There we go, line that up on there. And then we'll grab our little leaf stamp again, and we'll put some more leaves in, I think. It's coming together, isn't it? So where's this leaf going to come out of? It's coming out of that flower. And we'll do one up the top as well, I think. tucking in behind there. The advantage of only working with one colour on each stamp is I don't actually have to clean it every time. So again, stamp that off because we're just going straight in. Hello Lee, that's my cousin. Are you my cousin? I think you are. How are you? All right. I had a brief chat with Auntie Wendy earlier. But it would be nice to be able to go down and see her when this is all over. I normally go down about once every, 3 months or so. She lives in Bracknell, which is quite close. It's quite nice. It's quite a nice drive, actually. See, I quite like that as it is, but now because I've done these two, I'm going to stamp that off first. It might not make any difference. No, I'm going to have to go for it. We'll pop that on as it is, and then on the next one, I can not put it on. Right, so that is that. Peel away the masks. You're all good, good, and the family's well up, I hope. Worrying times, isn't it? So much going on. I was chatting to my dad earlier, bless him. He's getting bored, stuck inside. So there's our, that's it. That's all I'm going to do, I think. I might put a couple of gemstones on. But I'm going to matte and layer it now. Grab my Tombow glue out. So when I was talking earlier about stepping it up, this is your basic level. Okay, all we've done is some stamping. There's no ribbon, there's no embellishments, there's no die cuts. Stampin' Up say there's 3 levels of crafter. Oh, thanks guys. They say there's the beginner crafter, then the casual crafter, and then the avid crafter. So those of you that read my blog, you'll know that once a month I'm with the casual, what are we called, Jade? Oh, that's terrible. Casually Crafting Design Team. So I blog hop with them once a month. And the aim is there to use products, techniques and things like that that would appeal to the casual crafter. Somebody who crafts maybe, once a week, once every couple, probably once a week. I mean, who doesn't craft once a week? But that's just me. And then the beginner crafter is obviously somebody who's brand new, somebody who doesn't really have many supplies at home. And this would probably be a beginner crafter project. You only need a couple of inks, 1 stamp set, a block, some cards, and away you go. Thank you, Paula. Hey Fiona, how are you? So that's our card. So I have got a few embellishments. I love these. These are my favourite ever. Glitter enamel dots. Let's see how they look. They might look a bit over the top. As you can see, I'm nearly on my last pack. And I actually really want the small ones for this, I think. So I'm going to have to go in here. Let's go. They always say 3s, don't they? And if you don't push these down too hard, you can just kind of place them on to begin with. So where am I going to put the 3rd one then? There we go. I'll just move that down a little bit and that up a little bit. Or that down a little bit and that up a little bit. Indecision! Ah! Right, there we go. Stick them down. Done. So that's our card. Number 1. And I shall pop that over there for some inspiration. So now we're basically going to do the same again, but this time I'm going to step it up and put a little bit more interest and intrigue on the card with some layers. Okay, so grab my piece of Whisper White again. Thank you, Leah. And you're going to have to, I should have done this one I did earlier, but no, you're going to have to watch me all over again, I'm afraid. But I'm not going to worry too much about where my sentiment's going to go this time, because my sentiment's actually going to go on top of everything. Oh, what set is it? It's the To a Wild Rose, Leah. Brand new to me. I only got this the other day. To a Wild Rose. Lovely, isn't it? True friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. That's really nice. Might have to use that one. Thank you, Anne-Marie. Love it. Thank you. Right, so let's get stamping again, because otherwise we'll be here all night waiting for me to get a move on. Okay, so I'm going to go straight back in with the same colours. So I want to find my gorgeous grape. Let me put the lid on my Tombow actually before that dries out. And we're going to go probably very similar. This time, because I can see where everything's kind of going to go, I can do the 3 of those to begin with. And it just makes it a bit quicker, because when you're batch making, everything's always a little bit quicker, because you do one step at a time, and you're not then taking the block off the stamp off the block every single time. So everything's just a little bit quicker when you're batch making, or when you're making a second one. The designing of the card is what they say takes the longest. I just love Highland Heather. Such a purple person, but blue and yellow is my challenge for next week. So I will get my thinking cap on. Might use the bees actually. I haven't used the bees for a long time. Have you inked yours up yet, Heidi? You naughty person for not inking them up. Whoops. Tiled floor, everything makes such a noise on a tiled floor, doesn't it? Right, Gorgeous Grape. So again, I stamped that off, didn't I? So we stamped that off, and then we have to find, there it is. Oh no, that's the wrong one, that's Highland Heather. Right, Gorgeous Grape. Stamp it off, and then stamp it on. Oh, thank you, Leah. Yeah, I know, right? We are all in the same boat. There's so much in the first look through the catalogue every time. There's so much like, oh no, I'm not really into that. And then you go, oh, but they've made something really nice with it. I must admit, one of my favourite times is after the new catalogues come out, and I just get this set and there's no inspiration out there, and it's one of the most scary times, but I love it as well, the challenge of just coming up with something completely your own without having seen any kind of ideas or inspiration, because inspiration comes from all around us, doesn't it? And I watch so many videos and do so many that I'm obviously inspired by other people, but it is interesting that first couple of months really where there's not as much out there. Right, so I'm going to go in, I inked the wrong one up, so I'm going to go in with this one. And I'm going to probably have more leaves coming out the top this time. So let's go there. And then let's have this one coming out down here. Again, because I'm going to cover this up, so I don't need to leave as much room. Let's fill those in. And I'm not going to put the detail in this time, although actually it has come out quite nice. No, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to have one with and one without and see what I think. So stamped off, stamped on. How many times have you ever done that when you've stamped off and you mean to stamp off and you haven't? You've actually stamped directly on your project. So I missed that there, so I just went back in and refilled that in. The beauty of these photopolymer stamp sets is that if you do make a mistake, you have some hope of rectifying it. With the red rubber it's a lot more difficult, and I recommend using the Stamparatus with the red rubber, just in case you make any mistakes. So I'm going to fill those in. Again, peel those away, and this is where the magic happens, when you peel those two away. And then, so I just need to put this one back on. Could have left that there. Pop this one on here. So, my lovely ladies, what are you all up to tonight? Is anybody crafting along? Anybody just chilling out? I've done a bit of my jigsaw today. Leah, that was jig is great, but I just keep looking at the picture for to help, and I'm like, that's not going to help. It's not this. Basically, is it a was jig? The picture is not. The picture of the jigsaw is not the same as the picture on the box. So yeah, it's not an awful lot of help. Alright, to pop that one on there, and that'll be the last one, I think. So I'm pressing quite hard again. If you missed the beginning, I need to press fairly hard to get past that post-it note. Gosh, my grid paper is a mess. What's all this stamping off? Okay. Can never find any new videos on YouTube anymore. Filled with other things we watch. But even when I search, all the videos are months or even years old. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm having problems with YouTube at the moment. I'm trying to upload these Facebook Live videos to YouTube, but I can't even get past the verify my account stage, so I can't put anything up there that's more than 15 minutes long. Somebody said to me maybe it's because of the amount of people that are trying to upload things. So there's my stamping. I'm going to mount it. Like I said the other day, I don't normally do this, but sometimes I just struggle to see what's going on until I've mounted it. So I'm going to put the ink away for now, I think, because I'm going to be playing with layers. Heidi, you're making a DT card using flowers, also cutting out and watching. Fabulous. How's that all going? Are you having fun and enjoying it? Our lovely Heidi is a member of a creative design team. So you do samples and that for the television, don't you, Heidi? Fabulous. So there we go. I love cutting out and watching, just mindlessly doing things. Playing school. Lana's the teacher. Lana, what are you teaching? Are we going to learn anything good? Got any good lessons for us? Right, so let's pop that on there. And then I'm going to grab these things that I cut out earlier, and I've just got some bits and bobs. Let me turn the grid paper over so it might be a bit cleaner on the other side. There we go. We might be able to see what it is that we're doing. Oh, got a leaf under there. So, cut some bits and bobs. It comes with this. Look at this. Gorgeous, isn't it? But that feels like it might want to be on something. I think it's going to get lost if I do it on its own. You could even cut. Yeah, see, that looks much better, doesn't it? On there. I just need to figure out how to. It's too long. It's too long for what I want it for. So while I think about that, I've got some leaves. Oh, you're loving it? That's fabulous. I must admit, I don't watch TV. Otherwise, I keep thinking, oh, I should tune in. I really just don't watch. I could get on the computer, I think, actually, probably. Love the layering. Yeah, thank you. I'm not there yet. Oh, the layering with the masking looks stunning, doesn't it? I've got a bit of ink on my flower, although there's ink all over my hands, so that doesn't surprise me. Right, I had a little bit of Highland Heather as well, which I'd cut, which I've now lost. And I've got some ribbon. Do you know, I found a stamp earlier on the floor. Look at this little tiny little one. I lost that ages ago, and now I can't remember where I lost it from. So any ideas, anybody? It's just a series of 7 or 8 little dots. So if anyone's got any ideas, I've lost that out of a stamp set. God, must have been 2 months ago, 3 months ago. And I've looked and looked and looked, and I've hoovered this room so many times, thinking that's it, it's gone. But yeah, I found it today. But now I don't know where to put it back. Not typical. Right, so I'm just going to cut a length of the ribbon. Some of this. Hello, Alison. How are you? All right. Thank you. There's the one we made earlier. And now we're just trying. I'm trying to step it up. Step it up. Right. So if I have that coming out of there, so I'm going to do a little bit of snipping in this die. I'm going to try and let you see what I'm going to do. It's a daisy with some bits and bobs, so I need to make it look like a daisy still. Yeah, not sure. And then this one, need to cut this end the same. Might cut those off completely, actually. Let's see what that would look like. Problem is, once you start hacking, you just get into it, don't you? You go, oh, I could chop it all off, and then you've got nothing left. So I'm just chopping off these end bits. Yeah, that looks better. This was just a little bit too long for my liking. I'm hoping I'm not too close to the camera. You can still see what I'm doing. Trying to neaten up the ends. Yeah, you can always catch the replay earlier. I do always try and put them on, but I think I messed one up the other day, but it still worked. It still ended up displaying, so I'm not sure if you don't press anything, whether it just shows. So I'm just going to trim these ends a little bit. I've left them a little bit long. Like with ink, you can always take away more, but you can't put it back on once you've chopped it off. So, right, so that's our little layer. And I would like this. Oh, there's my little piece of Highland heather. So that was going to go on some gorgeous grape, I think. So let's chop that the right width. So I want it going all the way along, so it's going to be to 10 centimetres. I'll just chop that little end off because it's a bit rough. Oh, hello Claire, you left us. Did you leave and then join again? Bless you. So 10 centimetres, and then that will come all the way across, and we can decide where we want it. And that just pokes out. It's quite big. It's kind of obliterating everything, really, isn't it? I wonder if I get a smaller one out. So I want to use this stamp set, this stamp, I think. True friendship is one of God's greatest gifts. And I'm thinking Poppy Moments, the Poppy Moments dies. Let's see how big one of those is, if I can find it. Painted labels, that's what I'm thinking. Gosh, it's not actually that much smaller, is it? It's going to cover up all of our... Yeah, that's a better size. What am I going to get in there then? Because I'm not going to get that whole sentiment in there. I'll probably get the same sentiment in. So let me cut a piece of that. I really like that other one, but it just needs a slightly different layout of card. If I had stamped all over and then that had gone in the middle, that would look... We could do that actually, couldn't we? Oh, so many ideas. And then that could go in the middle. Should we do that? Let's do that. You get to see my real creative process at work. Hello, Sarah. How are you? Because I do really like that label. So we're going to have to go in for a bit more stamping. There's my block. So let's open up my ink pads again. I'm just having a slight change of plan round here. Perfectly framed. No, I don't have that one. Sorry, Alison. Try again. Yes, please. I would love it if you can keep trying. Somebody could tell me. Sarah, you might know. This little dotty stamp. I lost it 2 or 3 months ago. And I found it again today. I have cleaned and hoovered this room extensively since then. So I'm just going to have to be a little bit careful because I've got this lip here. Can you see? So I'm just going to grab a post-it note, and what I don't want to do is stamp. Ah, Anne-Marie, thank you very much. It is from Everything is Rosy. I was having a play with that stamp set for some reason. Don't ask me why, I can't remember. So let's stamp that one there. Perfect. So I should have put a little post-it note. Can you see I've got a little bit of ink around there, but that's okay. Anybody notices and complains about that, then they don't deserve my card. That's what I always say. Check my meadow. No, don't have that one either. We think it's from Everything is Rosy, Alison. So I think Anne-Marie's got that, and I can't remember why I was playing with it though. So stamp that onto there, and then we're going to go back in with this gorgeous grape, but stamped off, remember? I only say that because I've got to try and remember myself. And then try and line that up. Sheltering tree. Yeah, I don't have that one either. What I'm learning from this conversation, ladies, is that I don't have enough stamp sets. Maybe I need some more. Nautical set. No, I don't think it's from the nautical set. I'm going to get it because we need to answer the question. Where is Everything is Rosy? Maybe I have got enough stamp sets. I can't find what I need. Here it is. Here it is. Everything is Rosy. Yes, I think it is this one. It just fell out. This set needs a great clean. Why was I playing with this stamp set? Can't remember. Thank you. It's now found its home. Right, so we're going to pop on a few leaves. So we need our mask back. I'm just going to mask off this one. Grab our leaf. And we might have room for 2 of these. So pop one. Decisions. Where's it going to fit? That's the question, isn't it, when you try and do something like this? Okay, so I'm going to put the mask on the other side. And then that leaf, I had it lined up a minute ago, will just fit like that. And one coming off here, I think. Perfect. And then we'll fill those in, and then that's us good to go. Oh, you got Everything is Rosy last week. Did you get that on the clearance rack? I mean, it's a cracking deal now, isn't it? Who looks at the clearance rack? If not, you so should. Everything is Rosy suite is on there. How much is it, Alison? It's really not a lot of money for the whole suite. You get the papers, you get the stamp set, you get the dies, you get the ribbon, 2 spools of ribbon, you get the enamel dots, and you get the kind of paint thing. Right, so there we go. Lovely, that was a bit stressful. Okay, so what we're going to try and do now is layer up here. Okay, so that looks a bit better, doesn't it? And we're going to use some of our... I might just cut this in half now. There we go. So we can have half coming out one end, half coming out the other. We can put a band across the middle. So we need to cut that to the right size. It was the first set you bought, I know. Yep, you and I were one of the first people to get that. And I was like, oh, I don't know why more people don't want this. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful set. And I've still got some left. I think that's what I was looking at doing. I was getting it out and having a play. Quite often I find I craft now to make samples or to do videos and stuff like that. And I don't do as much just for me. So, just layering everything up to have a bit of a play. £47.50. I mean, that's cracking, isn't it? For all of that stuff. So, anybody who wants to treat themselves, get onto the clearance rack. Go onto my online store, onto the clearance rack. Grab yourself a bargain. Treat yourself over the Easter bank holiday weekend. Right, yes, I'm pleased with that. So, let's get stamping some gorgeous crepe there. I might put a little bit of ribbon coming out the side as well. I need to set myself a challenge of what to do with ribbons. It's something I'm not all that great at. So, I know you can tie a bow and you can do knots and stuff, but what else could you do with ribbon? So, true friendship is one of God's greatest gifts, and I'm hoping this is just the perfect size for this. It's brand new, this stamp set, so I'm just giving it a bit of a... Sometimes they just take a couple of stamps to get the ink up. Oh, it's because I'm stamping off the edge of something. Lovely. Right, we're good to go. It might need inking up this ink pad. Beautiful. So, let's stick this down. And the same, it's all DT for me. Yeah, it's so easy to get swept away in doing crafting for work's sake. So that's why I said to you, I've been doing my art journal, which is just for me. And I've made some nice thank you. I bought some of the, so late to the game. I bought some of that Please Just Punch paper. I don't know why I didn't buy it before. It's beautiful. Really nice summary pictures. I think I didn't buy it because I didn't have a lot of the stamp sets. A lot of the punches, rather. I thought, oh, there's no point in having the papers if I haven't got the punches. But actually, I should have just bought them, and they're gorgeous. And I saw something on the demonstrator planning place, and it was the most gorgeous card. So anybody who signs up for our May class, we had a class in the post in April, and it was fabulous. We had 12 people join, and it was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and apparently you guys did too, because you've asked me to do it again. And that payment is due for that by the end of the 15th. Close the play on the 15th, because I'm going to make the packs up and send them out on the 16th, so that we are good to go for the 1st of May. I want to leave plenty of time, because the postage was a problem last time. But yes, anybody who takes part in that will get a lovely handmade card from me, and that's what I used. And I cased her design. I asked if I could copy it, and I literally did copy it because it was just perfect. It's gorgeous. And it's not often I do that, but sometimes I just want to craft for crafting's sake, not really have to think about it. And this lady was overjoyed at the fact that I said it was perfect and didn't need any changing at all. She was more than happy for me to borrow it. It's a nice thing about Stampin' Up. I've never seen any kind of jealousy over, well, that's my design. You know, if you share it online, the understanding is that you're okay for it to be used by other people, and it's nice if they give you a bit of credit. I can't remember this lady's name, I'm so sorry, but I did ask her on the planning place. And so there we go. I've just got that coming out the side. I've just got this. I might raise that up on dimensionals, give it a little bit of depth. What set is this? This is To a Wild Rose, Alison. Brand new to me. This is the first time it's been inked up this evening. I literally arrived yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Do I want some ribbon? Ah, this is the question, isn't it? Do I want some ribbon underneath? Just poking out. I think I might want a bit longer than that. But yes, is the answer to my question. I do want a bit of ribbon. That way. And that way. So, I don't want it to cover up all of my... I'm probably going to cut this down now to the same length of the other one. Never mind. Love this triple tone purple. So it's got a bit of purple posy in there, Highland Heather. Conscious that I'm really low down today. You guys can't really see what it is that I'm doing. Yep, lovely. So I always stick that down with red tape. So I'll grab a little bit of red tape. Oh, you're very welcome, Alison. Glad I can help. I love playing Guess the Stamp Set. It's brilliant. And on there. So I've got a colour challenge. I've got a colour challenge ready for next Tuesday. And I've got another colour challenge to do. I've been invited. I'm absolutely over the moon. I'm very privileged. I've been invited to join a second blog hop. So that will be later in the month. Keep your eyes peeled on my blog. But yeah, really privileged to have been asked to join that. And this month is going to be a colour challenge. I think, if I've read it right. Better double check before I think of any projects and do anything. Right, so I'm going to pop that on there. And grab my card blank. another set you need now. We were talking about that earlier with Leah. You know, you think, oh no, I don't need that one. And then you see something done with it, and you think, oh, yeah, I do need that one. Well, next month's order, you know what you need to put on it. The dies, Alison, I've just got the dies. I think that's what prompted me to get this one, was they were a celebration for a £90 spend, the whole die set. And it's current. So I thought, fabulous, going to get that. And I hadn't really looked at it before. I hadn't really looked at the third set of celebration because I wasn't planning on putting an order in. And then, you know how it goes. I think one of my teamies put an order in, and then I was like, oh, well, okay, if I just do this, then I'll just get this. And, yep, before I knew it, there was an order in my basket, and it was being delivered. Mainly cardstock. I was good. I mainly stocked up on cardstock. So, you have to choose your own 3 colours. Yeah, I've got to choose my own 3 colours. So, purple, purple, purple. Can we do that? Let's go. I know Purple Posy ink isn't around still, but surely I can use the card and I can have Purple Posy, Highland Heather and Gorgeous Grape. And there we go. No, I'm going to try and think of something a little more original. So I'm going to try these purple on the purple. Little subtle, but sometimes with your bling you don't want it in your face. Love purple. I know, it's literally my favourite colour, and green as well, and these together. So I'm going to go for those, stick those down. That is our 2 cards. I was going to put some foliage coming out of here. I don't think it needs it. How do you? Oh, Alison, you missed it. I know. It was a last minute call for me. I really just hadn't seen it. I don't think I'd looked. And then as I was looking through the celebration things, I was like, oh my gosh, you can get a whole pack of dies for free. Well, don't I need the stamp set, don't I? So, right, I think my lovely lot, I'm going to call that a night. I'd love to do one more, but I have got to get up super early to go to work. So, let me just have a little tidy up. And I've got to pack my bag and I've got to make my lunch because I don't want to be doing that at silly o'clock in the morning. So let's have a little tidy up. We can see what we're looking at. With your IKEA order, just a little bit more, just a little bit. We just need this one and that one. So easy done, isn't it? Well, that's it, I think. Yeah, that's my 2 cards. All nice and tidy around here. Well, if it's not, I'll clean up in a minute. Thank you guys for joining in. Nice little short video with you. Like I said, don't forget, if there is anything you need and you want to pop an order in, Stampin' Up! Are still delivering. And the new website is live. Anne-Marie, you didn't answer my question earlier, whether you'd found the demonstrator porthole on it. But it's a lovely little website, the new one. So if you haven't been on, have a look on. I have set up a host code for this month as well, which is brand new for me. I don't normally do it, so if anybody places an order with me for over £25 and under 150, because then you'd get your own one, you would get a little gift from me. So that's all really. Don't panic, it's just gone on an order. You've literally just popped it on, have you, Alison? Perfect, good work. Lovely cards. Thank you, Jill. Thank you, Paula. Thank you everybody for joining in. It's been nice to spend a lovely hour with you. Take care, have a great evening, have a lovely weekend, stay safe and stay inside, and I will catch up with you all next week, Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thank you very much for joining in. Take care, see you later, bye.